Today we're about to go live to see what messages the Spirit wants to address. All right. Spirit want to talk about people who you're not speaking to. Because I know I'm not speaking to certain individuals myself. So let's see what else the Spirit want to elaborate around the people who you choose not to speak to or y'all not speaking right now. Clarification. Oh, present. The people you're not speaking to right now. Okay. The Spirit said go ahead and spark a conversation with them. You know, ask them questions you want to know. Spirit is talking about third-party situations, polygyny, plural marriages, situations where people have somebody and, you know what I'm saying, they cheating, all those situations. If you're not speaking, go spark the conversation about it. Go talk about it. For some people, the conversation is going to lead to disaster. Okay? Because it's going to ruin the family. It's going to ruin family, the family dynamic. So you got to ask yourself, is it even worth it? You know? I see that a man, the emperor, so the Spirit want to talk to the men. Clarify. Need to cooperate. Clarify. With the women that they love. If you love the women, then you should cooperate with them. Don't try to force them into a polygynous situation, because it's going to lead to domestic violence and suffering. Okay? It's going to lead to domestic violence and suffering. All right. A lot of men is feeling like they need more companionship. But let's talk about this for a minute. It's always about the men wanting plural marriages. They want other wives and stuff. You know, I just did a video about that. You know, how that, you know, the foundation of that came from the fallen ones coming down here, seeing the women and wanting to marry them, not giving them no choice, just marrying this one and that one. And the women by default is subjugated to have to be inside of a polygynous situation, because a lot of women not into it. They don't want to mix vaginal fluids with some other female. It's going to make their vagina smell funny. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to be part of that. So this is about companionship. How you know that, you know, while you're making a woman feel like she's not good enough and is not able to satisfy you, as a man, you might not be able to satisfy her either. You know what I'm saying? And what if she like one of your friends? You gonna call her back to the same old terminology and the newer ones, thoughts, hoes, whores, and all those type of names, if she wants to deal with your companion who might be a better man than you. You know what I'm saying? He might be a better man than you. So, or any other man, somebody from her past, somebody new she might meet that want to get with her, but she's going through emotional ups and downs with you because you want to keep taking on other women. Clarification on companionship. Vision. I think sometimes, like I said, the women might want to see other people too. It ain't just the men thinking that they could go take on all these women, and then y'all gonna say, well, what about pregnancy? Who the father gonna be? The older women that I spoke to said it's mama's babies always and papa's baby. Bloody babies, papa's maybe. What does that mean? It means that a woman came into this world with her eggs inside of her, and that the children that she manifests doesn't matter. They her children. They get cut from her umbilical cord that is connected to the child. Um, okay, now in case people didn't know, they have polyandry, and polyandry is a woman being married to a group of brothers. That way, all those brothers that have the same Y chromosome and they're from the same family, it doesn't really matter who fathered the child. They're all going to act as the father. And that family is to keep the wealth inside. And then you have the sloppiness of it, like today on Maury Povich. Women, having sex with men around the time of ovulation, and they don't know who the father is, and they're trying to find the child's father. That's also a form too. Or women who might be married that get raped. They don't want to tell their husband that they was raped. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant by somebody else, sired a child by another man. Okay, even though they're married, the child was sired by another man, whatever. People got to stop trying to find a perfect partner because there's nobody perfect out there. You got to find someone that you're willing to, who you're capable of tolerating, and who you are willing to work on the relationship with. Okay. So a lot of karmic situations out here, a lot of toxic situations that people are inclined to. They don't want the relationship unless it's toxic. They like to cause pain and suffering to good people. Get in a relationship, you meet the person, everything's all good, and then all of a sudden it just switcheroo. You got to go find a relationship that brings you joy. Okay? Or you got to have, your own inner joy and find a relationship that adds to it. So the spirit is saying that some of you guys are taking vacations with your partners, or coming back from vacations with your partner. And breaking up. I don't know why I see a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this card and notice a break up in here. So I'm seeing breakups. You go on a honeymoon, come back, y'all breaking up. Clarify. I don't know. Look like this man is angry and focused on another woman. Some of these men is out here doing like sex magic and going to people to do magic so that they can have women, at their disposal, or however they want that woman. They're doing magic. They're going to people to get the magic done. So that the woman will keep coming back to them. Okay. It's talking about lonely men. And be careful. These men that are lonely, that lost their wives, they're lonely. The spirit is saying be careful for scam alerts. You know what I'm saying? Like probably people coming around knowing that you're lonely, but they only there for your money. You know what I'm saying? They want to dig in your pockets. So I feel like a lot of the viewers is on a spiritual path, being guided for sure, and you feel like the journey has been so long. It's something that you're being guided to, and the spirit is saying whatever it is for you, whether it be love, money, career, initiation, anything, keep walking a balanced path because you're being guided to that which you want, and it's worth the wait. Again, depression, sadness. This is coming up. Substance abuse and mental health is coming up. You know, that's something that's definitely hitting a lot of people, especially during this Mercury retrograde. People feel with lack of energy. You know what I'm saying? Their spirit is broken. Clarify. They have no self-respect, so nobody else respects them. And I just feel like they're suffering from their treasure or their joy has been stolen and destroyed. The Three of Swords is definitely about disappointment, especially from things that you feel like you had to sacrifice or was taken from you, or you had to give up. The spirit is saying you're going to have to, you know, regain your strength. You know what I'm saying? And go to war. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to go the spiritual battle with the depression, with the substance abuse, with the mental illness. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it, some of you guys, you know, the depression and stuff is coming from, I was just talking about people going to other people to get spiritual work done. And people got roots on them. When I look at this card, I see the roots at the bottom. Some of you guys got roots on you, so it's not even you that's really depressed. It's you that's depressed because somebody's manipulating those energies around you. Toxicity. I was just talking about the toxicity, like how, you know, people don't feel like they loved inside these relationships unless they toxic. The word tolerance and toxicity. Spirit, like, don't tolerate that toxic shit. You know, that shit is corny as hell. Let that shit go and be patient for what you pray for. Be patient for what you pray for. You know, a lot of people feel like dating is scary. And a lot of people becoming antisocial. And it's, you know, things that that person need to work on of themselves before they could get in a relationship. So healing got to take place. A lot of people just jumping from relationship to relationship, never healing from the first one. A lot of you feel like your path is loneliness, solitude, and being by yourself. Can the spirit clarify, you know, at this particular junction, why the path is for this person to be by themselves? Why is the path for them to be by themselves? Okay, so the spirit is bringing up, I'm going to bring up one of these topics, the Department of Corrections and Jails and Prisons. So a lot of people are in prison spiritually for things that they've done, and physically for things that they've done. They're in a prison right now. The Department of Correction is for them to correct their character. That's what it's for. It's for you to correct your character. Clarification more? Clarify. Okay, so another thing is talking about is trust. Like, do you even trust your own self? People so quick to trust. I'm the type of person, though, I trust people 100%, right? If it was a battery of trust, the battery at 100%. If you start doing things that is suspect, the trust battery is going to dwindle. And once it gets to zero, there really is no coming back for me. All right. The trust issues for some of the people is coming from their mothers. Okay, so we got people with mommy issues. Okay, people, you know, why? Some people that have been through the system, took it from their mothers. Some people, mothers died, drug overdoses, and childbearing. You know what I'm saying? Health weaknesses. And so there's trust issues because of mommy issues. And it's becoming a lot to bear. So a lot of the men that have the mommy issues, You know, this card right here is the Ten of Wands, causes and cures for diseases. Okay, tell secrets and things hidden. To me, it's talking about the men with the mommy issues. How many women they're out here sleeping with, running around making other women suffer because they didn't have the right connection with their mother, and they don't know how to properly build a connection with a woman. All they know how to do is try to form sexual relations, and it's causing diseases and stuff. You know, and then they're out here spread. And so when they're messing with all these women in the polygyny, back to that point of what the spirit wanted to talk about in the first place, all this polygynous lifestyle going on, whereas you know, polygynous means multiple women to one man. You're just infecting a lot of people at a faster rate. You're infecting the defiling the you know, dirtying the waters, the defiling the womb, and at a quicker rate. You know what I'm saying? Spreading STDs. Oh my God. It says infection, health condition warnings. So the spirit is warning you, men. Okay? Y'all all, you know, the Quran talk about during the last days is going to be 50 women to one man. And these men is running with it. They think it mean it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for you to really even satisfy one woman, let alone the fact that you out here just, you're not really satisfying them. And you're supposed to, I'm just, you know, according to certain traditions, you're supposed to provide for women. Women are receivers. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the women today, they masculine. They doing what men do, and they don't really need a man. You know, they don't really be needing one. So the women that are feminine, that, you know, they want to have a man. If the man is not a homosexual and things like that, he is, and he's not mentally known who he is and what his purpose is. And who, I like men who can turn women down. That's very attractive. You're very particular about who you want to sleep with. But for the other men, they'll sleep with anybody. I mean, bestiality, children. It's like sexual deviancy. All right, so be careful with the sexual infections and get your health checked. And the spirit want to talk to the women about your nasty ass attitude problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people need to heal. Nobody wants to deal with your nasty ass attitude. Okay, spirit is talking about what are your priorities? You know, as a woman, what are your priorities? So a lot of women's priorities is the fact that they decide to have children by one man, and if they ain't learned their lesson the first go round, they done went and did it a couple more times, either with the same guy or with multiple men. So now they have a priority of different children by different men, and they have a fucking attitude problem. And the attitude problem is stemming from the fact that they can't be feminine. They have to be masculine. They got to provide for these children, plus figure out who's going to watch them. So now I put the children in danger, because you might leave your children to be taken care of while you go off to try to make money and be a provider, and your children are being molested. Your children are being sexually abused. People are talking about you. People are talking about the mothers of the children, saying bad things to the children. You know what I'm saying? About how their mothers, you know, just giving bad description of the mothers to the children, so that the children down the line won't have any respect for the mother. And so it's causing these women to have attitude problems, trying to figure out how they're going to maintain a household, money, food, the necessities, food, clothing, and shelter. And then they realize they can't keep a man. So that's something the spirit want to talk about. And these women are broken. These women are broken. In Islam, it talk about breaking a woman is divorcing her. You know what I'm saying? Women are called bents in Islam. They said women, the uppermost bent part of the woman is her mouth. You know, a woman's mouth could it could really cause somebody to, it'll trigger you. You know, a woman's mouth could trigger you. A woman's mouth could test your manhood. Her attitude and her mouth together, that's a deadly combination. And these women are broken and shattered. So breaking a woman is divorcing her. And, you know, separating from her. Not wanting her is breaking a woman. These men are turning into homosexuals. They don't even want women. Women are in a broken state. Fragile, you know. The state of affairs of men and women is this right here. They have turned away from each other. You know, they turned away from each other. And it looked like the men are stressed out. They don't know what to do. And the women, some of these women, they're too easily distracted by the glitz and glam of this world. You know, too distracted. Anything's a distraction for them. And that's why some of these men out here think the women are dumb. They don't respect your mind and all you good for. And this is no disrespect, but for some of you women, and you like it, you proud of it, you think it's cute, you go listen to rap music and become mind controlled, don't realize that it's for entertainment purposes only. And you'll go listen to songs, you know what I'm saying, with like the baby telling women to come put that pussy on me. You know, it's a song you gotta go listen to. I don't know the name of it, but he talking about come and put this pussy on me. I got money for you. Some shit like that. So the women is listening to this shit, city girls, and they think if they go have sex with a dude that make them popping. You know what I'm saying? And they accepting this shit. You know, they accepting, you know, allowing men to have sex in every hole. There is nothing that some of these women aren't allowing the men to do, okay? Which is also causing nasty vaginal problems in women. And if he doing it with you, and you don't have no shame, and you don't have no self-respect, and you don't care, you know what I'm saying, who your man is sleeping with in the anal cavity, putting in your mouth, putting in your vagina, the bacteria not going nowhere unless you're getting some type of, if it's a fucking viral infection, you need an antiviral. If it's a fungus infection, you need an antifungal. If it's a bacteria infection, you need an antibacterial. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what you're dealing with. You could catch all of them things. And then you got what they call a protozoa. Things like trichomoniasis, which is a parasitic infection in your vagina. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that is being transferred via sexual contact, and people say you contracted it. So when I hear people like, oh, they contracted a STD and things like that, to me that's telling me it's a contract. You signed up for it. You know what I'm saying? You signed up for that contract. A lot of these women, the spirit getting on these women, boy. A lot of these women, all they want is drug dealers, gangsters, and street runners. You're not looking for no good man. You want the drug dealer, the gangster, and the street runner. Knowing damn well 9 times out of 10 these men are paying for prostitutes. And that you're getting fucked for free. You know what I'm saying? They got more respect for a prostitute than they do for their baby mother at home. They'll take that money and go right to the strip club while you sitting up there crying for Section 8 rental money, and he not giving it to you. He'll take that shit right to the strip club and go deal with those, no disrespect, what people will call whores. They're getting paid to service men. Okay? Again, the music is turning women out. The music is turning our youth out as well. And it goes, oh my God, yes it does. It goes with the drug dealer, gangster, and street runner, and the women freely giving up their bodies, their mouth, and all their holes. So the music industry is programming our youth to listen to the music and become, you know, they want to take the path of gangster, drug dealer, like the BMF movie that's out right now. Like, y'all got to be careful and give strict commentary if you're going to allow your sons and daughters to watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? Watch this movie by 50 Cent and Raising Kanan, and watch the women, because in both movies they got women that are drug dealers as well, like Kanan's mother. You know, she a powerful gangster woman. And then in BMF, they got the one girl inside they clique. So they trying to get the women that got the balls, you know what I'm saying, to risk everything to go out and sell drugs to feed their children, to get locked up and go do prison time while their children is out here suffering. Okay. All right, let's see. Or while their children is out here being touched on. So the spirit is telling women it's time for you to take responsibility. Take responsibility for what you bore out of your portal, what you brought into this world, what you opened up your legs to, and what came out of it. You are responsible for what you bring into this realm. Fame, fortune, and notoriety. We living in a time right now with social media, and everybody want fame, fortune, and notoriety, and they're willing to do any motherfucking thing for it, right? They willing to do anything for it. Ownership. To me, if you want fame and fortune, you don't own the ownership of your soul is going to belong to somebody else. Whoever, you know, y'all don't know what y'all doing signing these contracts in this music industry. Y'all don't know what you're doing when you signing contracts, period, because people are signing contracts and signing their life away every day and don't even realize it. Okay, so when I see the checkerboard path leading to destruction, yeah, a lot of these people that want to get involved in the the industry, they have to take the path of masonry. You know what I'm saying? Where masonry goes all the way back to the ancient walls of Egypt, where Osiris was the great grandmaster mason. Okay, and now we got something called Prince Hall Masons, Freemasons, Red Door, Black Door. You know what I'm saying? Blue Door Masons, and this is the path that a lot of people is going to take. Like, my grandfather was a Mason, so I was raised in a Masonic home. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a Moor, and I don't wish to make secret oaths, because the secret oath, if you cannot keep it, once you take that path, is going to destroy you. You cannot keep your oath. That is going to destroy you. All right? So the roads are open. This is like, you need to learn how to you got to know how to choose the right path for yourself. Everybody has the open free will to choose whatever path in their life. So, if you want to choose the path, and some people choose the path of fame and fortune, and some people was destined before they got here. That is the destiny they chose before they got here. So I guess it was their choice anyway. And if you got what it takes for the fame and fortune, then that's up to you. What does it take? Sacrifice. It doesn't matter what you want to do, it takes sacrifice. And if you are willing to give to receive fame and fortune, then make the sacrifice and you're going to get what you sacrifice for. Just feel like our world is messed up right now. Feel like we live in an angry society. Spirit said we need more compassion, because if the women aren't women, and the women is acting like men and is acting aggressive, acting angry, women are fighting other women. Women could be pregnant at any time, right? Most of the women, that are of age, that are sexually active, can be pregnant at any time, carrying a soul inside of them, and they want to be out here acting aggressive like men. They talk like men, they walk like men. Do they even know what femininity is the question. And then there's some men that like these masculine women, because there's a lot of homosexuality going on. And when I talk about homosexuality, what I'm saying, quote unquote, I'm saying that it could come in a feminine vessel or a masculine vessel. It could come in a female or male version, where the men, things is twisted. We live in an inverted world. Up is down, down is up. I was always taught that heaven was above our heads, but when you start studying African spirituality, heaven, which is Orun, is underneath your feet, under the ground, where the white man tried to tell us that was hell. So we live in an inverted world, of duality. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be careful. This world is built off of your actions and your intentions. So you got to make sure that you keep your intentions pure. All right? Some people they ain't even getting enough rest. Like people not getting enough sleep. That's making them angry. You know what I'm saying? They're not going into a deep sleep, so their bodies aren't healing. When you go into a deep sleep and you get good rest, it helps your body to heal. It helps you to relieve stress. And the spirit is talking about grounding, using the earth energy to ground and heal. You know, put your feet on the earth. Connect your feet to Orun. Okay? Plant your feet on the earth so that your body can heal. Meditate, take in the earth frequency. The earth will talk to you and let you know. If you pay attention to the electrical impulses coming off the earth, I'm telling you, it'll give signals of what's going on. Another thing the spirit want to talk about is, you know, this OnlyFans shit that's popping off. And I wanted to warn people. These people that run these companies, you don't know who they are. And the only way you could get your OnlyFans is if you give your identity. There's a large identity. I think it's the biggest identity theft in known to man what's going on, where they're taking your information. Once you give it to them, they're taking your information and they selling it on the black market. And you need to be careful because they have your information. And there's a woman that just died. There was a man in her apartment, I believe, for 2 days before she realized it. And by the time she realizes this woman is dead, okay, because she is flaunting, you know, they're going to get their bodies done. You know, we don't even know what a real woman is anymore. Women are getting their bodies done. Everything is fake. Trying to have these perfect bodies and stuff like that. Going on OnlyFans, going on Pornhub, making these videos, sex videos, putting them on the internet to make money, showing your ID to the corporation or the company. These shits is ran by the government, okay? They know who you are. You up here showing out for them, okay? You showing out for them. And don't be surprised if they send people to your door. Take your ass out. Take your motherfucking organs. Y'all think it's a joke staying at these Airbnbs. You don't know who own them shits. They'll take your motherfucking organs too. This is the society we living in today. This is the society we living in today. The society is at rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody just want to be pretty, but don't want to deal with the ugly truth or what the fuck really going on. And I don't mean to curse. I'm getting passionate right now. They don't want to deal with the fact of what's really going on in this world. They want to hide it with the glitz and the glam. They want to say, hey, as long as I look pretty, everything is going well. You know what I'm saying? Nobody supports one another anymore. It's fake support. You know what I'm saying? Because people be hating on you. It'd be the person you least expect that hate on you. So they're not going to show you no support because they're not happy in themselves. And because they're not happy in themselves, they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to support you. It's called the evil eye. If you're in harmony with your destiny, if you're in harmony with what you're supposed to be doing, there's no reason for you to hate on the next person. Show your fellow person that's striving on a path support. It's not going to hurt you to support somebody. Solitude is coming up too. Clarification, spirit. You know, with the solitude situation, you know, a lot of people, it's okay to be single. You don't have to just jump into a relationship and give it all for nothing. You're giving it all for nothing because you're not getting anything in return for what you're giving. So it's okay to be single. And if you don't like the word single, it's okay to be self-sufficient. If people is hounding on, oh, you independent women or men, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You could be self-sufficient. You don't have, you know what I mean? If you don't want to use the word single or independent, be self-sufficient for yourself. It's okay to be self-sufficient. You don't have to be in partnership with anybody. You don't have to be committed to anybody but to yourself and your own happiness. We're not supposed to be working like slaves. It's a slave society. And a lot of people, like I said, not getting rest, relaxation. They have no tranquility because for a large majority of the hours they're at work. Make yourself the first priority, the spirits say. I mean, if y'all stop going to work and the whole society just fell, you know what I'm saying? If the whole society just fall because you don't want to participate in it no more, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's coming to soon. The spirit is saying a lot of you are going to be receiving letters in the mail, communications for you to take action. Clarify. Oh yeah, this is good news coming in the mail. Okay? Yeah, this shit is going to be good news. And you're going to have to respond quickly so that you can benefit from what is being presented inside the these letters that's coming in the mail. Okay. The Ace of Swords. Clarification. So the spirit is talking about speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Your intellectual property, your the thoughts in your mind. Speak your truth, speak your philosophies, be a content creator. Because I got the word creativity here with speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you know, this is including myself, you know, using your creativity to put out content. Because we live in a world of social media now. You got something you want to say, you can get it out. Get it out. Like, don't sit around and fear people. You know what I'm saying? Your message might really touch somebody. It's somebody out there. You got your this world is abundant. So it's so many people out there, you gotta reach yours. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people tired of being patient too, because it's like the same thing keep happening over and over and over again. It's called, you guys trying to break cycles, break cross conditions, break soul ties. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. That's what they call hell. Something that keeps repeating over and over again. And impatience. Like, who wants to be patient for that? Break free. It's time to break cycles. It's time to break free. It's time to have a breakthrough. Okay, talking to somebody. Very soon the spirits say you're going to have that breakthrough. Yup, keep on loving yourself. Keep on loving yourself. It's okay for you to love yourself. You ain't got to extend it outward. You extend it inward and recycle that energy. Clarification on the choice that needs to be made. Okay. Clarification. Let me see which card I want to use. Okay, the spirit says your choice, right? You could stay stuck or you could fucking break free. This talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You could stay stuck, it's your choice. Stuck or break free, it's your choice. And if you don't know how to break free, let's just ask. One of the ways to break free, the spirit said, is exercise. You know what I'm saying? Get your exercise on. Like, when people exercise, they get so focused on into they self. First of all, you're going to have a weight loss breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? That's number one, which means, you know what I'm saying, you're getting your health in order. The next thing is, let's see, what's the other way to break through? Go celibate. Stop giving your sexual energy out and draining. Because, you know, when you give your sexual energy out, it's going, for women, it affect your money, it affect your health, and it affect your beauty. Okay? Giving out community dick and pussy. Stop doing it. Because that's why some people is broke. And we learned earlier that a broke woman is a woman that's shattered that don't have a man. You know what I'm saying? Because you create so many ties having sex. You know what I'm saying? That all these different men, whatever they think about you, they're ciphering telepathically through the invisible soul tie that you created, whatever thoughts they think about you. And what's ciphering back to them is your energy. So you might find yourself breaking out with pimples, gaining weight, just not looking as good as you used to, looking old. If you out drinking and doing drugs with them, that's going to aid you. It's going to ruin your health. So just being celibate. Same thing for the men. Like, I have a good question for the men. Since y'all was programmed, when y'all gonna break that program of thinking it's okay to have sex and put your penis inside of every vagina that you come in contact with? Do you understand, like, that you're sucking in DNA from this woman's body? And where is it going? Where is it going? I know women get periods every month and they clean themselves. It's a self-cleaning organ. You know what I'm saying? But how do you get other people's DNA out your system? You know, that's a good question. So all this vaginal fluid y'all sucking in from all these different women, where is it going? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with it? We know. The spirit said they sucking your wealth, they're sucking your health, and they're sucking your beauty, women. Okay? Don't lay down with a man except that that man love you. A lot of people having sex with people for fucking a place to stay. Whether it be a man or a female, they with somebody because they need a place to stay. I had a female tell me, you know what I'm saying, she was eating some dude ass so she could have a she eats some dude ass so she can have a place to stay. I'm sorry, I'm very satire makes me laugh, sarcasm makes me laugh. You know what I'm saying? But that was funny, you know what I'm saying? It ain't funny, but you know. Okay. So now let's talk about open relationships and individuality. Like I said before, these relationships nowadays in the age of Aquarius is promiscuous and open. Men and women is sleeping with men and women and other men and other women. And it's okay to be single. It's okay to be self-sufficient. It's okay to be by yourself, self-healing, growing your own money. Y'all motherfuckers better be out here growing money like they growing the food. You feel me? Get your money on. Spirit says slow down. You need peace of mind. If you keep moving so quickly, you'll miss out on just having peace of mind. It's very chaotic energy in this world. All right, and to go, I'm gonna log off now. This is what the spirit want to talk about. This is my last message. The spirit wants to tell everyone to pay attention to your sexual health, protect yourself at all times, and be smart about the unprotected sex that you decide to have, because it don't matter who you having it with. If they out having it with somebody else and they contract something, you're going to be collateral damage. Okay? So with that being said, peace and love. I hope this resonated with somebody. Like my post, share my post, get the words out. Peace and love.